What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka the Freaking 10. We're back again on this Monday. You know, we're at a Christmas truce, and this is one I thought about I probably should have done yesterday instead of starting off on Monday with this one, because it is such a powerful song, because it is so meaningful. When you think about the vision that was in the video, right? And these men that were on opposite sides that for 24 48 hours, I forget the exact time frame, didn't see themselves as enemies but as brothers and friends, right, in war. And so, man, it's always just a powerful one to start the week with. Now, I do believe Tommy will do this justice as a member of Sabaton, and just a masterful musician. I'm interested to see the spin he puts on it. I'm hoping he puts a spin on it. I think if he does it in the same way of the band, I don't think it's going to have the same power behind it just because of the grittiness of Joakim's voice. I hope that makes sense. And I may get crucified in the comments, but I like being honest. So let's see what he does. Let's switch it up. Let's check it out.
Silence on a cold winter day, after many months on the battlefield.
God, his voice is so clean.
We were used to the violence, and then the candles went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. We are all friends. And today we are brothers, tonight we're all friends. A moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we are brothers, we dream to unite. Christmas has arrived and the snow turns to the white. The carols from the trenches, we sing the holy night. God sing to rest on the snowflakes. A Christmas in the trenches, Christmas on the front, far from home.
Okay. So I think he does it justice, but I do think it's missing that grit of Joakim's voice. I've got an analogy that came to my head as I was sitting there listening, and maybe it'll make sense at the end when I make this comment. But I also want to see if Tommy switches it up a little bit, because I think that's what he needs to do to make this his own. If he's singing in the form of Sabaton, I think you're missing the grittiness of Joakim's voice that Joakim brings to bring a battle feel to it. And I'll explain more of that when this is over, but let's keep going.
I remember the sadness. We were hiding our tears in a foreign where we face our fears. We were soldiers, carried the war on our shoulder for our nations. Is that why we died? A moment of peace in a world that never ends. Today we are brothers, we drink and unite. A Christmas
like
has
that.
arrived and the snow turns the ground white. A Christmas on the front line, we walk among the friends. We don't think about tomorrow, the battle will commence when we celebrate a Christmas. We thought about our friends, those who never made it home when the battle had commenced.
Nice little touch at the end. No, 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 no. Okay. The harmonies were amazing. That was probably my favorite part. Well, let me see if I can get this across without getting crucified in the comments here. Close your eyes and picture a battle scene in the winter of this war, right? In the front lines of 1914, I think it was. I don't remember the exact date. In Tommy's version, you're watching the movie or watching the film. And in Tommy's version, you don't hear the cannons. You don't hear the gunfire. You don't hear the men screaming the battle cry. But you get that dramatic feel from the cutscene of this battlefield to them shaking hands, right? And playing soccer and enjoying each other's company and talking and exchanging gifts. You get that cinematic, dramatic feel to it of a war drama without the sounds of battle. That's what this vibe gave me. Now, picture Joakim singing this with his edgy, gritty, I guess you could say non-clean vocal in a way, but I don't mean that in a bad way. And now picture you're hearing the cannons, you're hearing the gunfire, you're hearing the battle cries behind it. He has that more edgy feel to it that brings a different type of emotion that brings the war to you. Tommy has such a clean vocal. It's hard to get that edginess of it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's one of those where I picture, y'all probably will laugh at this, but with Tommy's voice, I picture this Tom Cruise movie where it's this cinematic cut scene where you're seeing the battle but not hearing the battle. With Joakim, I'm hearing the battle. I'm seeing the grit, the fight, the swords clanking in the background as they meet on the field. That's to me the difference in their vocals. I think Tommy did it justice and those harmonies were amazing. But I think where the problem lies with this version is because he's in the same band and singing it. I think it struggles to connect at that same emotional level for me that Joakim's voice brings to it, with just that edginess where you get that feeling of war. I think that's what it is. I don't think it was a bad version, but it did not connect with me as emotionally, except for the harmonies. That got me a little bit. But there's something, man, when Joakim sings this, it's over. He's just got that grit. I hope that makes sense to where y'all don't want to kill me or unsubscribe. It's just it doesn't hit as different as I was hoping it would. So, with that being said, we're going to continue the 25 Days of Tommy. Again, I liked it. But it just brought a different emotion and different picture in my head. I hope that makes sense. Because it was clear in my head as I was sitting there thinking about it and picturing a war scene and picturing the Sabaton video. That's what I was doing, right? And comparing the two. And that may be unfair, but that's what we do when we hear a cover of an original. Yeah, it didn't hit that same raw emotion. And maybe it was more because the visual wasn't there to pull that emotion out, if that makes sense. Where it was Tommy, so you were watching Tommy and focusing more on how he was singing it versus you watching the Sabaton video there with Joakim singing it and they're showing the scenes. You know, that could be part of it, but yeah, I still liked it. Tommy's vocals are always amazing. But I think this is one that requires that grit. I really do. Let me know what y'all thought about it. It's still a very emotional song, but I really want to know how it connected or didn't connect, or if it connected more than Joakim's version. Let me know in the comments. This is a video where, you know, normally I watch a video and it's with Sabaton, it's that history part of it, right? We know the history of this one. So how does this version with Tommy connect with the version of Joakim? I'm not questioning which one is a better singer because they're both amazing singers. They just have different vocal types. So I'm not comparing them and saying one is better than the other. I'm saying which one pulls more of the emotion out from this song. I think Sabaton, without Joakim's vocals, are still a good band, but I think his voice just lends that grittiness and that power with that unique tone of his that just adds a different level to these types of songs. Just curious what y'all think. Let me know. And don't kill me too bad or unsubscribe, please. That being said, that's going to do it for this one. Enjoy your Monday. I've got more coming. I do have a meeting I'm going to jump on that I'm covering while I'm on vacation. And then I'm going to start recording and putting those out. I did take a break from recording and did get some extra sleep. You know how that works out for me usually, so hopefully no mistakes. But I am on vacation, so I am going to try to do things here and there, but I'm going to be recording all day. So if you see this shirt in all the videos, my Johnny Cash shirt, don't be shocked because I am going to be a recording machine. Today, tomorrow, I'm building this up so that I can do the stuff like the live chats and stuff like that where I'm not worried about getting up the next morning and having videos ready. So that's my goal. We'll see how that works. Let me know in the comments. This one, I want to see what y'all think. Y'all know who I am and what I'm about. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm JTMM. I'm out.